Everything you've been told about motivation is wrong, and it's keeping you weak. Every year, millions of people wake up motivated. They're fired up, they're ready to change, they buy the gym membership, they meal prep, they set the alarm for 5 a.m., and by February, they're back on the couch. Same excuses, same life, same regret, but there's a small group of men who keep going. They're up at 5 a.m. in July, they're still training in October, they're thriving while everyone else has quit. What do they have that you don't? It's not motivation, it's something far more dangerous. Welcome to Prime Theory, where we expose the psychology that others won't tell you. I'm going to show you why motivation is a trap, why discipline is the only weapon that matters, and how to build it, even if you failed 1,000 times before. This might hurt, but that's how you know it's working. Let's talk about motivation. Society treats it like a superpower. Watch a motivational video, get pumped, conquer the world. Right? Wrong. Motivation is an emotion, and like all emotions, it's temporary. It comes when conditions are perfect. When you feel good, when you're excited, when the stars align. But here's the problem. Life doesn't wait for perfect conditions. You'll never feel motivated at 5 a.m. when it's cold, dark, and your bed feels like heaven. You'll never feel motivated to work on your business after a 12-hour shift. You'll never feel motivated to train when your body aches and your mind is screaming, quit. Motivation is a drug, it gives you a high, but the moment the high fades, you crash. And then you're stuck waiting for the next hit, hoping some video or quote will save you. Spoiler, it won't. The Stoics understood this 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work," as a human being. He didn't wait to feel motivated, he acted because it was his duty. That's the difference. Now let's talk about discipline. Discipline doesn't care how you feel, it doesn't ask for permission, it doesn't negotiate. Discipline says, this is what needs to be done, so you do it. Here's the psychological truth. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Motivation is the spark. Discipline is the engine. Think about it. The motivated person trains when they feel good. The disciplined person trains because it's Tuesday. The motivated person works on their goals when inspired. And the disciplined person works on their goals at 6 a.m. every single day, regardless of how they feel. The Spartans didn't train warriors with motivational speeches. They trained them with discipline, day after day, year after year, until discipline became identity. And that's the secret most people miss. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself to do things you hate. It's about conditioning yourself until the right actions become automatic. You stop thinking. You just execute. Neuroscience confirms this. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen the neural pathways in your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for self-control. You're literally rewiring yourself to be stronger. But every time you give in, you weaken those pathways. You make it easier to quit next time. Discipline is cumulative. So is weakness. Here's why most men never build discipline. They've been conditioned to prioritize comfort over growth. Modern society is built to keep you soft. Entertainment is instant. Food is delivered. Dopamine is everywhere. You can avoid discomfort entirely if you want. And most people do. But 500 years ago, discipline wasn't optional. You hunted or you starved. You built shelter or you froze. You defended your family or you died. Life forced you to be disciplined. Today, life lets you be weak. And weakness feels easier until you realize you've wasted years of your life waiting for motivation that never came. Here's the brutal truth. In 10 years, you'll either be the man who built discipline or the man who kept waiting to feel ready. One becomes unstoppable, the other becomes a warning. Which one will you be? Alright, enough theory. Let's talk about how you actually build this. Step 1. Start small and stack wins. You don't build discipline by trying to overhaul your entire life overnight. You build it by winning small battles every single day. Pick one non-negotiable action. Something simple. Make your bed every morning. Cold shower every day. Write for 10 minutes. The action doesn't matter. What matters is that you do it without exception. Why? Because discipline is a muscle. You train it with small reps. Each time you do the hard thing, you prove to yourself that you're capable. That builds momentum. Step 2. Remove decision fatigue. Discipline fails when you leave room for negotiation. Don't ask yourself, should I work out today? The answer is always yes. It's not a choice. It's a law. Automate your discipline. Set the time. Eliminate the decision. Show up. Step 3. Embrace discomfort as feedback. Every time you feel resistance, that's your signal. That's the exact moment where discipline is built. The discomfort isn't the enemy, it's the forge. The Stoics called this voluntary hardship. Seneca practiced poverty one day a month to remind himself he could survive anything. He made himself uncomfortable on purpose. You should too. Take cold showers, train fasted, work in silence. The more you expose yourself to discomfort voluntarily, the less power it has over you. Here's what separates the discipline from the rest: mindset. Disciplined men don't see tasks as burdens, they see them as tests. Every alarm at 5 a.m. is a test. Every rep in the gym is a test. Every moment of resistance is an opportunity to prove who you are. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Translation: you don't control the weather. You don't control how hard the workout is. You don't control whether you feel motivated. But you control your response, and that's where all your power lives. The disciplined man says, "I don't care how I feel. I care about who I'm becoming." And that shift, from feelings to identity, is everything. You stop being someone who tries to be disciplined and start being someone who is disciplined. It becomes who you are, not what you do. Let's talk about what happens if you don't build discipline. You'll keep waiting for motivation, waiting to feel ready, waiting for the perfect moment, and while you wait, years disappear. You'll look back at 35, 40, 50 and realize you spent decades as a passenger in your own life. You had dreams, you had potential, but you never built the one thing that would have made it all possible: discipline. Here's the psychological reality. Every day you don't choose discipline, you're choosing its opposite: weakness. And weakness compounds just like strength does. The man who skips one workout becomes the man who skips them all. The man who hits snooze once becomes the man who never wakes up early. Small decisions create your destiny. But the man who builds discipline, he becomes inevitable. He doesn't need perfect conditions. He doesn't need motivation. He just moves. And over time, that man becomes unstoppable. So here's your choice. You can keep waiting for motivation, that fleeting, unreliable emotion that's abandoned you 100 times before. Or you can build discipline, the one force that will never let you down. Motivation is a lie. Discipline is the truth. This is Prime Theory. We give you the psychology that separates the strong from the weak. Subscribe for weekly breakdowns that will change how you see yourself in the world. Next, watch 5 Stoic rules that will make you mentally unbreakable. These are the principles that have kept men strong for 2,000 years, and they'll do the same for you. Click now. Stop waiting. Start building. I'll see you in the next one.